Alright. So we finished Alex's cylinder head. Very half-hour long video. That was lots of fun. And now we're gonna start working on the car.
I'm glad we have 2 eyes still.
Right. We went there one time already to try and get it to start. We bought a new battery for it and we couldn't get it to crank over, so we're gonna replace the starter. And hopefully the long block will rotate. Because you can tell a lot about how an engine is, the condition it's in, by how it spins, if you have compression or not, or if it's seized or if it's spinning. So we're gonna put a starter in today and see if we can get it to spin and how it sounds. The head gasket is still blown, but if we know it has compression and that the rings are sealing good, that's an even better sign. So today is the first day of actually working on his car. Not that Mustang, but his E36. That's the car he's gonna get rid of because it's a screaming pile of junk. We got tools loaded up in the sedan and we are gonna go pick up a starter and then work our way over to his car and start wrenching on it. It'll be fun.
Let's do it.
Dude, you don't know how hyped I am to start your build.
Bro, you the
I'm so hyped, yeah. Come on, bro.
I've been waiting for this since I was like 12.
Here she is. Nice
chocolate milk.
Oh yeah, dude. But if we can get her to crank, hot dog. Just needs a new head gasket and stuff.
We already have that.
Yeah. So I think all the parts we're just gonna toss in the trunk. That'll probably be the best idea.
There's already a bunch of parts in the trunk, aren't there?
Yeah. So if you want to start taking the airbox stuff off, so there's a 10 there, 10 there. And you take that clip off, and then all this stuff is just gonna come off into the back. Alex's first wrench turn on his own car.
Oh my goodness.
Here, get the 10 right there.
Oh, okay.
That'll be a lot easier to take off. Ooh. In the trunk.
That was the hose, and I was like, look over. Nope, just look and feel. Got it.
Yeah, it's the rail draining.
We're gonna take the whole head off right now?
No, we're gonna just pull the manifold off. The intake manifold, swap the starter, see if it starts, and then we'll dilly. Because if it cranks and it sounds like a normal engine cranking, you know you have compression. If it free spins, like woo, then you have, yeah, you have like a spot with no compression in it, or the timing chain snapped or something like that. Without even taking the valve cover off, I'll be able to tell if the thing is
Está bien.
exactly, somewhat pretty good. There, and the whole thing, we gotta get all of them.
Okay.
Hot dog.
After doing the valves on the head, this is cake.
Yeah, you kind of started with the worst.
Yeah.
I would get a, yeah, I would get this guy.
See, I'm getting better,
Yeah. You kind of starting to see the engine a little better.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Where like I can actually
Not just like a big piece of metal now. You're like
and I can actually
understanding,
identify some shit.
understanding what everything does, and just kind of
really
getting
cool.
with it.
It's like a really it's really like a satisfactory feeling. Like it feels really good, like coming from like looking at this like that's a mess, you know?
Yeah.
Just feeling like I think that's a motor. To okay, it's
You know, you can tell where the head is, what goes on it. You know, what's kind of attached to it.
What certain pieces
Yeah,
are.
exactly. You're gonna learn how fun that last one is.
Yeah, I'm already.
Cause I'm gonna tell you right now.
The second to last one. Ow. The slugs.
Quad, bro.
Some new headlights soon. Not anytime soon, but you know when she's running. I think you got it. Come back from the depths of what you came. Oh, yep, oh. And there's the big movements. There's the hoses. There's the plugses. There's another plugses. Boom! Nice, very nice.
All right. We've replaced the starter thing now.
Okay, we do what we came for.
That's interesting. It has actual like steel fuel lines.
Yours you could just flop all over, huh?
Well, we got fuel line from O'Reilly's. We literally ran it from the firewall up to the manifold. Which honestly, the way we did it is like way easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Because
want
this bolt's underneath the manifold.
Oh, okay. As like a support.
Yeah. And then it kind of like claws, hugs the
Yeah.
manifold. Ours is just like loose leaf wire. Loose leaf cord.
She's the happy. She's in new hands. And I'm trying to film, but like all I'm getting is hands.
Yeah. You see how much more junk is under here than is under the manifold of the Cheeto?
Well, I mean, you've also just ripped a ton of shit out, though.
Well, it's not even that we ripped a ton of shit out. It's just I didn't put a lot of stuff back in. Condensed the entire car. I like simplified it.
Oh, yeah.
Made it super easy. You can do that when you don't need a heater or AC or any of that stuff.
Exactly. That's what I mean by
Makes it,
ripped a
like,
ton of shit out, though.
A lot easier to work on. It goes a lot faster.
See, this is my daily. I'd like to have the heat and the AC, please.
Your needs.
We do the heat, please.
And that dowel pin is really long. Oh, because it's coming out of the starter and the trans.
Oh, that's tight. Boom!
Little brave for you guys at home. It's kind of in.
That's the way. Won't the dowel pin just go in from tightening bolts down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dowel's kind of going through the starter now. Sick. Sick.
All right, Quinn.
So we got the starter bolted down. It took pretty much 2 of us because we don't have the proper tools, because of course. But
Pretty much 2 of us.
yeah. I got it tight though. It's fine. But the good thing is that you see what I'm doing and you understand what I'm doing.
Totally. I'll have somewhat of a grasp on it.
That's what we got.
Nice.
That's all she wrote.
What a 2-man job.
My sweets.
Jesus, those are on.
That she is.
Paper towels out. Just turn over all the way.
Yeah, put the clutch in, put it in neutral.
Yep.
Don't touch the gas. Try and spin it. Put it in, put it in.
My car doesn't like me.
Try it again. And try and spin it. Try and spin it again. That's unfortunate.
Quiet.
What?
What is your problems?
I wonder if it has a white label in it.
What do you mean?
It's EWS locked.
How do you unlock it?
Put a different ECU in it.
Yeah, that's fucking tight. Why is it always ECU problems, bro? Why is it always fucking ECU problems? The most pain in the ass bullshit there is.
Well, the good news is no one can steal your car because you can't even drive your own car. If it has a red label, we're in serious trouble.
Yeah?
Yeah. Then I have no idea what the fuck it could be.
It's white!
White label 413.
Oh shit! Okay, some hope restored. Still in tears,
but
but
if we put the ECU from the Cheeto in here, it would spin over.
yeah, you think? Still in tears, but they're hopeful tears. You don't happen to have an extra ECU just lying around, do you, Mr. ECU?
No.
Yes, up to the junkyard. Or was this just like a...
Probably gonna have a hard time finding a 413 red label.
Yeah.
With a manual tune in the junkyard.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Alright, so we're about done here for today. Got the new starter and it didn't fire up. I think it might be the ECU. So one day we're gonna drag the red label out of the Cheeto out here, slab it in and see if it'll start. So I'm guessing it's probably EWS related because of how it's acting and the alarm system went off. So I don't know. So I put the ECU in my car. It's in the trunk. We're gonna take it. I need an ECU to send to Castle anyway for S52 cam stuff for the Cheeto. So I think we're just gonna send that, and then when we get the cams on, we'll probably put the red label in this. So that way we have an ECU for it. And we can also just test if the ECU will actually make it start. So we're probably gonna do that within the next week or so, probably even sooner than that. And then if we can get it to crank, and it sounds like it's got good compression, then we can drag it over to our house and slam the head on. So if we can drag it over to my house, get it fired up and going, then Alex can sell his Mustang. And then I'll have more money for coilovers and race car stuff and headlights.
Oh yeah, coils mainly.
Yeah. There she blows. She is a 325 factory 5-speed 6-cylinder. We don't know what diff it has. It's got a blown head gasket and a bad DWS setup and pretty mint interior. So we're probably gonna go through the car a little bit later when we get it at the house. The paint's not too good, but the body's decent and the interior is pretty freaking mint. The interior's actually really nice on this car. The back seats especially. So
Like a wet cloth we take into them.
yeah, it'll be a fun build. Ganked. All right, I'll see you guys later.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust.